What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker reacts to being named in a drug importation case. Wow. Former WBO heavyweight champion Joseph Parker has responded to the recent New Zealand headlines, which revealed that his name is linked to a major international drug importation and supply conspiracy. Parker has not been charged in connection with the case. Parker has legally fought for 2 years at several hearings in the High Court and Court of Appeal to keep his name secret. On Friday at 2 p.m., the Supreme Court in New Zealand ended Parker's bid for secrecy after ordering his name suppression to expire. Prosecutors named him during the High Court trial of Tevita Fangupo and Tevita Kulu and Tony Funau in 2019. Despite not being charged, it was alleged that Parker played a role in the importation of methamphetamines by transporting and changing currency. Wow. Parker has aggressively denied the allegations, including under oath in the form of an affidavit. He says, "I have never been involved in the importation of Class A drugs." Parker's affidavit reads, "I have never changed or transported money for the defendants. I have never been involved in the purchase, supply, or consumption of methamphetamines. Nor was I charged by the police in relation to the specific messages alleged to relate to me after what appeared to be a thorough investigation." Wow. In a statement provided by his lawyer, Michael Heron, Parker said today he and his family had been placed in a terrible position. "Things have been said about me that are quite untrue, so some of them have already been proven untrue, and I was given no chance to respond at the time they were made," Parker said. "It caused a lot of stress and worry for myself and my family, and it just seems to be wrong, totally wrong. Having said that, I need to accept the decision and get on with my life. I have other fights to fight." Wow. This is new. This is very new. This is too damn new. I never heard of Parker being involved with any kind of methamphetamine. So this kind of catches you off guard. Okay. Now the problem is, why should they feel need, okay? The authorities in New Zealand, or the headlines, why should they be compelled to mention Joseph Parker's name when he's already been cleared, when there's nothing else to really be involved with? Because the only way, if you really think about it, the only way they could have found out about it is the people that got busted, Tevita Kulu, Tevita Fangupo, and Tony Finau. One of them had to say something about Joseph Parker and his involvement. Okay, and when they did the thorough investigation since 2019, because remember, this has been going on a couple years that nobody knew anything about. I didn't. So if you guys heard anything about that, you guys from New Zealand or you guys that follow this particular situation, I apologize, because I didn't hear anything about this. So being said, I wonder why did they decide to bring him and throw his name in there? Because look, let's look at it this way. People need to understand how guilty you can become or appear by association. If every time someone mentioned Pablo Escobar, then Kurt DeVille's name is mentioned, that shit looks bad. Why would Kurt DeVille and Pablo Escobar be in the same sentence? I have nothing to do with Pablo Escobar. Okay? Pablo Escobar has nothing to do with me. So why would I be involved in that? Easy. Someone brings that about. And in this situation, if I had to guess, it was those three names that I named. The two Tevitas, or the fungi, or the Tony. TTT. Tevita, Tony. One of them said something about Joseph Parker. Now, what they know is totally different. However, whatever they know, whatever they claim, couldn't be proven. So if it couldn't be proven, why are they fucking with Joseph Parker? The man's a fighter. He looks like an humble chap. He doesn't bother anybody. He doesn't talk a lot of smack. He reminds me of David Tua. He's kind of like without the mean streak, because David Tua can Matador, right? But, Joseph Parker don't even really seem to be that kind of dude, So I don't know if that's the case. Now, my guess is as good as yours why they named Joseph Parker out of all people. He didn't say he didn't know who they are. You know what I mean? But again, that's speculating. It's because someone doesn't mean you're involved in the same things they're involved with. Counterpunch. And if I'm Joseph Parker, I would be going to someone to see why my name was exploited like this. Okay, because it does look bad. He's a celebrity. He's a boxing figure. He's the first Samoan or Kiwi champion, WBO, right, that they've ever had. So for people to be associated with, because people talk. And unfortunately, the wrong people talk saying the wrong information, especially information that they can't prove. But it doesn't stop the harm from being done, because when people look at this, because we've heard about this, and this is from boxing scene. So if I'm over here in the States and I hear about what's going on over there, imagine what's going on in this warm circuit of people reading this up. Oh, Joseph Parker, say it ain't true. Drug pen, drug lord, drug involvement? That doesn't sound good. Now, does it? So if you had nothing to do with a situation, imagine how that would feel. Hell, even if you did, you don't want your name exploited, right? Just being real. They got to prove I did it first, right? They acting like it's Joseph Kinahan or something like that. And then that's another situation that you can't prove. But people are still associating that name with bad things. And that's not a good thing. So I do definitely understand Joseph Parker and his frustration. I hope he gets it settled out. But over here in the US of A, you got something called defamation of character. That might be worldwide, but I think that should be his next step. If I was going to counterpunch any type of solution for Joseph Parker to keep his name from being said from these people that were already convicted of the shit that they've got convicted of. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Joseph Parker being accused of drug importation. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.